This week on VTech Academy, Christmas comes early. I have no clue what I'm looking at, it just says Eibach, so you know it's going to be good. So Budget G became not so budget a little while ago going to FF Battle. We ended up with very expensive Tein coilovers that just weren't fitting with the style of the car. So to get back to the budget, we have got an all-new Eibach Sportline kit, which includes the Eibach lowering springs, Eibach dampeners, and sway bars. Now this can all be bought as one kit to work together. We actually, though, have a new rear sway bar that is in testing right now that they're letting us play around with and give them some feedback on it. This system is perfect for the arrive and drive type of person. Their Sportline spring kit lowers the car 1.6 inches from stock. Their Pro dampener kit is designed to work with that ride height, so you don't have to worry about any kind of messing around with shock settings and dampening settings. And their sway bars are meant to help this softer spring still stay flat in the corner. Now, the reason why we're going with this kit is because we do daily drive the car a lot and we wanted something nice and soft to ride on, but still good for the weekend at the track. So now, because we are going to be lowering the car, although not drastically, an alignment will need to be done after that's done, and of course camber correction, camber kit to go along with this would be a good idea. If you're tracking the car a lot, it would probably be a good idea to figure out what a good race alignment would be. Something a little bit more camber, a little bit more toe out. There's tons of fast guys at the track that can give you hints on where to go with that. And of course, as we set up this car and play around with it, we'll figure out what's fast and let you guys know. Well, I guess it's time to get these boxes open and take a look. Well, now that we got everything out of the box, it's time to rip the old suspension off this and change the rear lower control arms, because if you remember, oh, you probably don't, you didn't see the video, we have ITR rear lower control arms for these shocks right now. So we've gathered some of the necessary hardware that we did not have before, so it's time to put the stuff on the car. Well, there's the first one out.
So what we have here are the Eibach Sportline springs with the Eibach Pro line dampeners. What we have here is the Eibach Sportline spring, lowers it 1.6 inches. We got the Pro damper, and it comes with bushings for the top hat and a sleeve. It comes with a dust cover and a bump stop. This is what your kit doesn't come with. It's the top hat and the silencer and the washers and the special washer for the strut that only goes on one way. It's like a V. So now we're gonna assemble it and throw it on the car. First you'll get your strut, and get your spring, put that on there. You go get your bump stop and then throw it into your dust cover. Then you want to get your special washer that only goes one way. Then you want to get your top hat, push the bushings in. Without dropping it. Washer.
Should be on enough to hold. Now, because this spring is shorter than stock, we were able to compress it by hand. It only has to go a little bit to get the nut started. So, installation is basically the opposite of removal. It's easiest first to you're gonna have to push the knuckle up a little bit to get enough room to hang the shock in there, put a nut on the top to hold it in place, and you can start assembling the lower while it's all loose so you have room to fidget with everything and then tighten it down. One note when assembling these, just like stock shocks, unlike full body coilovers, they only have a small nick in the bottom of the shock body for the fork bolt. So having them properly lined up before installation will really help out.
One of the things we changed on this car when we went to the Tein suspension was the rear lower control arms. These are Integra Type R lower control arms. You can see they're constructed a little bit differently than the ones that normally come on an EG. It has to do with the shock body. So obviously going back to a suspension for the EG, we had to switch back to these EG lower control arms. Now, looking in here, you can see the rubber bushing looks really in kind of crappy shape. It's torn all the way around. I think what I'm going to do is probably order some Suspension Techniques solid bushings, some new bushings for this thing, and go ahead and install those on those. But we need to be able to drive the car, so for the moment we're going to put it together with the crappy lower control arms. These are the ones that originally came off of the vehicle, and that way we can get it back on the road. The front's in, the rears are assembled. We're going to go ahead and put these together. We're going to slide this in first rather than put the lower control arm on. We'll put that on afterwards, actually. Nut it up.
Okay. Up a little more.
There we go.
So the shocks and springs are on, but in order to mount our sway bars, we're going to need both front and rear lower control arms from either an EX or an Integra, as these do not have sway bar mounts. But that's a good thing because we can also replace the bushings and have fresh bushings in the car. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this. Next time we're going to be going to the junkyard, pulling some lower control arms and showing you how to change the bushings and getting those and the sway bars in the car. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for clicking on us.
Shut up!